After Bali's death, Sugriv becomes the king of Kishkindha, and as promised to Ram, he sends 4 groups of Vanars to 4 directions in search of Sita. To the south, he sends Hanuman, Angad, Jambuvan, Nal and Neel. They explore southwards, crossing jungles, killing demons, and finally reach the southernmost point on the landmass, at the edge of the ocean. There they meet Sampati, the son of Garuda and elder brother of Jatayu. Learning from them about Jatayu's death at the hands of Ravan, Sampati agrees to help them. He informs them that he has seen Ravan taking a woman on his Pushpak Viman to Lanka. Also, that Lanka is 100 yojans south across this ocean. Even though it was a huge lead, the Vanars couldn't figure how to cross the ocean. Hanuman was the son of the wind god and was extremely powerful. But when he was a kid, as a punishment for his mischief, he was made to forget about all his powers. But the old and wise Jambuvan reminds Hanuman of his real powers. So, meditating on Ram, Hanuman grows many folds in size. He climbs to the highest point on the mountain and jumps to fly across the ocean. In the middle of the ocean, he is confronted by a demon named Surasa Sapini. She appears in a huge form and demands Hanuman to enter her mouth. Hanuman tricks her by increasing his size many folds, so that Surasa also becomes bigger to open her mouth for Hanuman. As Surasa's mouth becomes extremely big, Hanuman shrinks to a small size. He enters her mouth and comes out of her ear. He says, "I have fulfilled your wish. Now please let me pass through." Pleased by this trickery, Surasa lets him go. But soon he faces another demon, Singhika, who could capture someone by catching their shadow. She catches Hanuman's shadow, and as she was about to swallow him in her enormous mouth, Hanuman shrinks himself to an extremely small size. He enters her heart and kills her from within. Hanuman then emerges out of water in his huge form and jumps back towards Lanka. After facing a lot of challenges, Hanuman finally reaches the island of Lanka, the kingdom of the Asura king Ravan. Lanka was heavily guarded by giant and ferocious Asuras. So Hanuman decides to enter in a small form to avoid being detected. He enters the wonderful palace of Ravan, made completely of gold. This was created by God Vishwakarma himself and was extremely beautiful. Hanuman searches every room of the palace but couldn't find Sita. After searching for hours, he feels hopeless of his mission. He finally leaves the palace and reaches a beautiful garden called Ashok Vatika. There he spots Sita sitting under a grand tree, but she looks very weak and sad. Since Sita was surrounded by several Rakshasis, Hanuman decides to wait for the right moment. Among Sita's guards were Sarama and Trijata, who cared for her. These were Vibhishan's wife and daughter. When Sita was finally alone, Hanuman gets down, introduces himself as a messenger from Ram. As a proof, he also shows her Ram's ring. Sita gets very happy and pleads with him to bring Ram here as soon as possible, because Ravan had given her ultimatum that in next 2 months, if she does not agree to marry him, he would surely kill her. Hanuman assures her that he will do the job. Sita also gives her a ring as a souvenir for Ram and offers some fruits to Hanuman. The fruits were extremely delicious. and Hanuman asks for the permission to have more. With Sita's agreement, Hanuman enters the Madhuvan and begins to eat the wonderful fruit. Seeing this, the Asuras on guard attack him with weapons. To defend himself, Hanuman pulls out huge trees and throws them towards the guards, killing many Asuras and destroying the whole Ashokvatika. When this news reaches Ravan, he sends his soldiers one by one, Jambu Mali, Prahasta's son Dhumralochan, and many to capture Hanuman. But Hanuman kills them all. Then Ravan sends his son Akshay, but he too gets killed in the battle with Hanuman. Finally, Ravan summons his eldest son, Indrajit, also called Meghnath. Indrajit was not only a skillful warrior but also a master illusionist. He ties up Hanuman with Pash Astra. Hanuman also gives up himself easily because he wanted to meet Ravan at last. After Hanuman is captured by Indrajit, he is presented to the court of Ravan. There, Hanuman introduces himself as a messenger from Ram and asks Ravan to free Sita. Ravan insults Hanuman and does not even offer him a seat. Hanuman calmly elongates his tail in coils and makes himself a seat higher than the king. Enraged by this offense, Ravan orders his guards to kill him. Vibhishan, the younger brother of Ravan, was a wise Asur. He points out that since Hanuman was a messenger, it was not righteous to take his life. So, Ravan orders to burn his tail instead. As Asuras start wrapping his tail in cloth and soaking it in oil, Hanuman starts to increase in size slowly. So that the Asuras had to arrange for more and more cloth and oil, while Hanuman was enjoying all this race and panic among them. Eventually, they run out of all the materials available in Lanka and finally put his tail on fire. Once the tail was on fire, Hanuman immediately reduces a little bit in size and easily frees himself. He then starts jumping all over the golden palace to burn it down. He hops from house to house, shop to shop, and tree to tree, burning everything. All the Asuras flee in terror as the whole Lanka is ablaze in fire. After hours of this fun, when the exhausted Hanuman tries to put out his own tail fire, he could not. At last he puts his tail in his mouth to douse it, but burns his mouth as well. Hanuman travels back to Kishkindha with other Vanars and tells Ram all about his journey and what he saw in Lanka. Hanuman gives Sita's ring to Ram and gives her message to him as well. Ram immediately decides to leave for Lanka along with Sugriv and all his troops. When Ram reaches at the edge of the ocean with his army, the question arises of how to cross the ocean. So, Ram prays to the god of ocean to request his help. But the god does not appear. Enraged, Ram summons the Agni Jalwan, an arrow that can burn dry the ocean. As he was about to fire the arrow, the ocean god emerges and asks for Ram's forgiveness. He informs Ram that one of the Vanar, named Nal, is the son of god Vishwakarma, and he has a boon that his touch could make any stone or wood float in the water. The ocean god also promises to stay calm while they build a bridge over him and cross over to Lanka. The process of building the bridge begins with great enthusiasm. Calling out Jai Shri Ram, all the Vanars bring big and small rocks, and Nal skillfully places them together on the ocean to create a bridge. Thus, working hard day and night, they manage to complete the bridge in 1 month's time. When the Ram Setu is built from north to south, connecting Indian subcontinent to Lanka, Ram, along with Lakshman, Sugriv, Angad, Hanuman, and all of the Vanar Sena cross it to reach Lanka. Seeing Ram arrive in Lanka with his horde of Vanars, Vibhishan tries to convince Ravan to let go of Sita and avoid this battle. But Ravan gets very angry and says that he has no use of such a coward brother who is afraid of a human and a bunch of monkeys. Vibhishan was a wise Asur. He says that as your brother and minister, it's my duty to give you the correct advice. But if you don't follow it, it's your choice. Ravan insults Vibhishan and kicks him out of the palace. Vibhishan, accompanied by his loyalists, joins Ram to support him in this battle, as he believed that Ram was righteous and Ravan's character was at fault. This video is inspired and adapted from Ramayana in pictures, authored and illustrated by Champak Bhattacharya.